2-yard line. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. This is their fullback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone.
That little nigga nasty.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown.
That's the type of shit that would make me stop playing Madden too, though.
Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
I just shook like 5 of his niggas. But, yeah, he's super trash. Now, I was watching the beginning, but I seen you went up. I was like, yeah, that shit over. I knew there had to be some Madden shit going on if you struggle with that nigga.
Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return, then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Ooh, good block.
Inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a
yeah, he trash.
And it'll be 2nd and 11.
And the Chiefs cold. They team cold. I just don't know how he's so. I don't know. But he always been trash. Every man. Man, play hard ain't trash though. He just don't play enough. Like that's just how I feel, personally. Then again, I ain't played that nigga in 2 Maddens because he don't never play his game. So.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback.
Well,
It comes out to the 25.
You know, that's everybody gameplay shit. Get you about 6-7 plays and then mix them in with other shit.
Number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
Well, that's for sure.
Because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But
that's what's wrong with him. No, he predictable as shit. Agronite.
And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
And when he passed to the same dude. I done picked Landry off 3 times in this match already. We in the 3rd quarter.
We'll find out. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
That's a play action. Coming across the field. Oh, never mind. Good shit. Boy, that nigga Perry, boy, he be good run. Good shit. Catch that nigga Hayward. Catch that nigga though. Oh, good run. Should have been a loss of yards. Yeah, I feel like it should have been a loss though. I guess it was an arm tackle, I guess.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this.
Yeah, it was.
So much, and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough.
And they'll put him at 100 yards for the game.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting in the kick.
Who knows? He might not. It's still a game. Shit. 2 possessions. I'm serious.
it's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first
Nah, I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna do that. Like I'm for real over, man, bro. Like if I didn't respect y'all so much, I would have quit this. But nah, I ain't gonna do it.
Mentally,
I ain't gonna do
get
that.
back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and get back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
God damn, I wish this would go the other way, but whatever.
On first down, Small. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
I mean, goal line defense nasty.
Familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a
Yeah,
loss of
that's
2
an
on
okey
the
doke.
play, and that'll bring up a second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Looking to throw. Small. And it's caught in the end zone.
Caught him looking in the backfield.
Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to
His problem gonna be is he ain't gonna be able to score as many times as I score. I'm gonna just slow the game down, start running the ball.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from the defense while they continue to
That nigga Perry, man, he killing my defense.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around.
He gonna mix it up and get picked though.
But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a second and 2.
I'm gonna play underneath coverage. Look, don't do it, bro. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it. I told you don't do it, bro.
Interception. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take a line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He was ready for that. Oh, that was horrible throw. And his dude should have picked that off. That's what's wrong with Madden, bro. That shit, he should have definitely had an interception there. I definitely shouldn't do that stupid shit.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
All right, let me start running the ball.
On On second down, Johnson.
Ooh.
He's spin into some open
Ooh.
field. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Duke Johnson, his third touchdown.
I have to think that was a prettier run.
And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets to
Already.
the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so
Already.
demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've
Yeah.
done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs' offensive unit ready to do battle again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
To throw on 2nd down. Small, completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. But they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go! 3-19!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off-play action. Small. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Flex round! Flex round! Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Flex round! Flex round! Watch the shift! Watch the shift! Hey, hey! Watch the shift! Watch the shift! Deuce!
From the gun, Small. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Flex round! Flex round!
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. Small. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
Watch it now, Barney!
he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, that's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now running right through it. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Vikings, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
legendary when I'm dead.